What was that? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I wanted to make a quick little video talking about the Bethesda and Microsoft E3 showcase, which was a big deal for so many reasons. And the reason I say what was that is because I haven't seen in recent years Xbox, Microsoft come out hitting that hard in a long time. They start off the show talking about Starfield, which, as we all know, is a game wrapped in a great deal of anonymity. Like, it's a game that not many people really know a lot about, but we know that it is going to be a big title. It is a new IP, which for the most part is always an exciting thing for, I think, gamers. And it's a game that we now know is coming exclusively to Xbox, which is a big deal for them. Now, I'm always excited to see new IPs come out and have those be exclusive things, because you never really know what's going to take off. You never really know what game is going to set the standard. You know, I'm sure when Gears of War came out way back when, I'm sure they had no idea that Gears of War would be going to this point. You know, there's an idea, but it's always hard to really know how a game's going to do. So we never know. Starfield could be that game. And although we didn't see that much about it, it's nice to still start seeing, you know, kind of putting pictures to the words. And you think Starfield, and you think of this massive open world game, and it looks like that's what they're really leaning into. So that was a great start to the show, and it really set the standard for what we saw in the rest of the showcase, not only from Microsoft, but from their combination and their collaboration working with Bethesda. Now, we always knew that Bethesda had a great deal of titles. Like, they have Doom, they have Wolfenstein, they have so many games that are very popular. I mean, they have Fallout. You know, Bethesda they already have an army of great weapons at their disposal, great titles that they could release at any point, continue stories. I'm sure we'll see more Doom and stuff like that. But to see them working side by side with Microsoft, it feels like two heavy hitters joining forces. It's a big deal. So you see Bethesda come out talking about Fallout 76 and all the things that they're doing for that, which was a big deal too, because Fallout, for when that first came out, a lot of people thought it was going to fail, but it has such a strong fan base that has really stuck with the game, and they've made some incredible improvements since its launch, that the game is still going, and it seems to be going very strong. So not only did they have Microsoft talking with Bethesda and having all the Bethesda titles that are coming out that are likely going to be exclusively on Xbox, which wouldn't surprise me, but we also saw a number of IPs, a number of new titles, and a number of games that are really going to seemingly take advantage of Xbox's hardware and what it can do. You know, we see a lot from Forza. We saw Stalker 2, which looks really good. Stalker is kind of a game that really went under the radar for me. I never really got into it, but Stalker 2 kind of really brought. I was like, okay, you have my attention. This may be something that I might be interested in. But we saw things of the likes of Fable. Elder Scrolls Online continues to just really dominate as a very popular game. Doesn't seem like that's going away anytime soon, but I'm going off on a tangent. The point of this video is to say I've never seen Microsoft come out in the way that they have, and it feels like it kind of makes you excited as a gamer, because you feel such a confidence and such a vibrance within everybody that comes out and talks about these games, all of the studios that are getting involved and showcasing what they've got. Even the final game that they showed us, the title I can't remember at the top of my head, but it's like a co-op shooter. Even that looks really good. It just makes you excited. Not to mention, you know, Halo Infinite, which is supposed to come out this year. We'll see. I hope it does. My prediction is that it will come out, I would say probably sometime in December. I'm sure it'll be maybe even November title. I don't know. All we know is that it's holiday, which I think is a little bit ambiguous. It leaves room for the idea that should this game not release or not be ready, they could push it back instead of saying like, hey, it's going to release on this day, we're going to be ready. That just puts a lot of pressure on the studio. And it you know, from what we saw in the gameplay, it looks like they're really trying to make an ambitious Halo title, a title that really highlights what the Xbox Series X and S are capable of. So I'm sure there's a lot of pressure on the studio, but it does make you excited as an Xbox fan to finally get one of their staple titles. There is so much to be excited about. I really enjoyed the conference. I always love E3. I love watching all of these new game, these trailers and what the studios are working on. A lot of this, like I said, is very much focused on Game Pass. So if you're a fan of that, I mean, it's holy Christmas for you guys, because there's just so much. There's so many new experiences that will be coming to Game Pass day one, which is really big. And we've always known that this is what Microsoft, and Xbox are really pushing for, is building up their library of games that are available to the service. So I'm really excited for that. For the most part, I really enjoyed the showcase. I always hoped that there would be more gameplay. I mean, that's always a hope, but it is nice to see that, E3 is really an opportunity to get an inside look at what is potentially coming, in the near future. It looks like 2022, they're setting their sights up to really take over 2022 with some of these titles, if these titles do meet expectations. One of my biggest disappointments is they had the audacity to talk about Elder Scrolls 6. Like, they kind of just plugged it in there as like one of the games that are, coming out in the future. I don't know if Elder Scrolls 6 is real. I really don't. How long has it been since they've announced it? Maybe like 2 years now or something like that. I don't know if it's real, to be completely frank with you. I just, but that's a topic for another time. For now, I'll stick with the positives. This was a really great showcase that highlighted some amazing games that are potentially coming to the console from Microsoft. Some really nice Xbox games, Bethesda games, and even a great deal of indies that we can expect. I'm all about my indies, so it seems to be a lot to look forward to as an Xbox fan. And I just wanted to share my quick thoughts with you guys, but I think they really knocked it out of the park. I think there's a lot to look forward to if you're a fan of Xbox. And I think that the future is very bright. So let me know what you guys think. Did you watch the showcase? What were your thoughts? Were you impressed? Did you think that it met your expectations, or was there more that you were hoping to see, or maybe a specific game that you were hoping to see? Let me know down in the comments below. I'll be looking out for those to discuss with you guys. But that's all for me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the showcase if you watched it. If not, go take a look. I'll put a link to a video in the bio. And that's all for me, guys. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you're safe. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.